What's up, guys? Welcome to Slickbox. And in this video, this is something slightly different. I'm going to talk about Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia is, for the people that don't know, he's a professional boxer who's a bit of an influencer as well. He's an influencer on social media. He's got a large following, large fan base. He's young. He's like a kid. Well, he's 25, I think, but he's quite well known and quite influential in the boxing world. But right now, I have to be honest. I think he's got psychosis. I think he's got some kind of something that needs to be obviously it's got to obviously be diagnosed by a doctor, but hopefully he's not schizophrenia, but I think it's psychosis. Now, why am I talking about psychosis and this and that? I've got good experience with psychosis, very good experience with psychosis actually, and maybe one day I'll talk about that. Maybe one day I'll talk about what I know about it and everything else, right? But I know about psychosis and I know quite a lot about mental health. I mean, it was not a choice of my own that I know about this, but it's something I know about. And when I look at Ryan Garcia and what he's going through right now, it makes a lot of sense to me that he's probably got psychosis. Schizophrenia, on the other hand, is a bit more intense, a bit more deeper, but I think he's got psychosis. Now, why do I think that? Okay, you go on the internet, you see people mocking him, laughing at him, and saying he's this and that, and just kind of thinking he's a bit like he's just doing drugs and just always off his head, or he's just being stupid, he's just a spoiled brat, this and that. But the reason why I think he might have psychosis is because he showed that he's smoking weed. Now, I don't believe that he smokes weed all the time, or obviously he lives in California, weed's legal, but I don't think that's part of his arrangement when he's training and stuff. It never was part of mine when I was a professional boxer fighting. So I think that him starting marijuana and him maybe he doesn't do it often. When he does it, now that's a gateway to psychosis. For some people, it depends on your genetic makeup as well. It depends on your stresses, your life stresses too. But a lot of it is genetics, and some people they just don't agree with weed, and it can cause psychosis. Now, he's if you go on his Twitter feed, that's one big red flag. Also, is some of the stuff he's talking about now. Hey, conspiracy theories. Now, when I go down that rabbit hole, I'm the biggest conspiracy theorist here, or conspiracy theorist, shall I say? Because I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I believe a lot of the stuff I think is true, but he probably knows about this stuff too. But the thing is, when you're on psychosis, you start bringing up stuff that you don't really talk about, like conspiracy theories or stuff in your subconscious mind, or stuff that you don't want to talk about normally, because we all wear masks, we all have personas, right? We don't show our true nature to the world. So I feel like he may be having psychosis because a lot of the stuff he's posted, it's like he's got verbal diarrhea. A lot of the stuff he's talking about doesn't make sense. It's not connecting. That's a red flag. That's a big red flag. When people are just talking, it's not making sense and it's just coming out of them like nothing, right? Obviously, he's got a fight coming up against Devin Haney, and you know, people will say he's just promoting his fight, he's just marketing and stuff like that. I understand that, but you can see the progress is getting worse. Like his mental state is deteriorating, and the reason why I'm making this video is because I feel like some of his fans or some of his haters or viewers or whatever you want to call people, and even maybe some of his family and some of his team. That's why I'm making this video, is because they may not know what psychosis is. They may not know what the red flags are. They may not know any of this. Now, you go on social media, people are laughing at him and stuff and whatnot. But when it's to do with mental health and when people don't know actually when someone's sick and needs attention, that's the scariest part. Now your mind and your brain is the most important thing to you, and one of the most important things to you. Now if you lose that, you lose everything, you lose everyone. So I hope he gets the care that he needs, because I'm doing this video on maybe kind of on his behalf, so he maybe one of his family members or one of his team or people that know him can send this to him, and or he can get some kind of attention, because yeah, he's going through what looks like psychosis, and the longer you leave psychosis, that's when it can lead to schizophrenia, and that's when it can be a problem, especially if you're still smoking weed. So he may be still smoking weed now. I might be completely wrong. Maybe he's just lost a plot. Maybe he's doing other substances that are making him like this, deranged and stuff. Maybe I'm just not with it myself. I'm not giving him the right information, or it's not what I think it is. That's fine. But as long as it's explored, it needs to be explored, because yeah, to me, there's so many red flags that give it away. The erratic behavior, and the thing is, when someone's got psychosis, they may look normal, they may talk normal, but then there's one them little things that give it away. And I've got good experience with it, so I know when, if I see someone often enough, I can tell when they start doing certain things and certain behaviors. And the vast majority of people out there don't have that knowledge. So when I'm seeing people commenting on his posts or talking about him on YouTube and stuff, they don't know what they're talking about, because they don't know the red flags of certain mental health diagnoses. So yeah, I just hope his team can take him in. And the way to come out of psychosis, unfortunately, I don't like it, but the medication they give you, um you know, you may like it, you may not like it, but that stuff will bring you back out of psychosis. But you know, obviously, I don't think they're that good for you. That's my opinion. It's my opinion. I'm not a medical professional, I'm not giving no one advice. But you know, you can always explore other alternatives to come off that, or do anything else after that to help you heal from the medication they give you. But the medication they give you brings you out of psychosis. I feel like he needs to go to a psych ward. His family needs to take him to the hospital, etc., etc. Fortunately, a lot of the time, these kind of things aren't diagnosed until you're violent, until you've done something. Then they can what's it called, restrain you. So there's another guy called he's a YouTuber. I'll probably post pictures of him. I can't remember his name right now, but he had mental health issues. Famous YouTuber. What's his name? FozyTube, and he actually done boxing as well. Maybe there's a link with boxing, weed, and all of that stuff, and the triggers. But a lot of people can get psychosis. It doesn't have to be just boxing or weed. It can be triggered from a lot of things. So yeah, he was checked into mental health ward as well, and I haven't seen much of him since. Much when he came out, it first made a bit of a buzz, but I haven't seen much of him as well. So this is the thing, like, it needs to be spoken about. Awareness helps, because the more people know, the more people are aware of it, the more you can help that person. So I hope he gets better. You know, I'm not like one of them internet trolls that like to laugh at people. I like to give my breakdowns of boxing, or say this boxer's not all that, but it's never personal. But I hope he gets the medication that he needs, and then from there he can take it from there. So yeah, if you know Ryan Garcia, if you're aware of him, help him out. That's all I can say. Until the next one, peace.